the Liberty Flames, taking on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going.
Entering play call screen.
And the Flames will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Demon Deacons offense takes the field for the first time today. And as the game evolves into an aerial circus, sometimes you find a superstar running back like this guy.
And when you got this guy, you ride this guy. You give him the ball, you run the football, you find ways to continue to feed him because he just gets stronger and better as the game goes on.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Coach suggestions.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Batted into the air, and it's picked. Touchdown, Liberty. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make a punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense early.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
Ready to try the point
categories.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
Entering play call, special
They're
teams.
about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to
selected.
get back out there after the pick 6. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cameron. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Running back searching for a hole. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. The Demon Deacons will snap it on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Continuing to churn and move it forward. They're closing in on midfield. It's down to the 48.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. On the run, it's Claiborne. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain.
There we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice gain to pick up the 1st down. You got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
And the Demon Deacons are marching down the field. The give to the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Out. Trap.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Tackled after picking up the first down.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find a tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds his back in the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now it goes to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
On 3rd down, going up top. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. The official says no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Liberty, 7. Wake Forest, 0.
Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work.
Categories.
Line gets set, 1st down. They'll run it to the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll try the run. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. And that is the final play of the quarter, and guys, Liberty has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd.
You have 9
the Flames
options.
will line it up on 1st and 10.
Selected.
Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
This offense is clicking. Clearly, everything is working. The offensive coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Running back goes in motion. He's looking to throw it. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Goal, split, there are penny.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. He's looking to throw. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I'll tell you, got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, with great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I can go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Toss sweep to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
On 4th and 11, they decide to go for it. They'll try to pick up the first. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Yeah, just stay aggressive if you're on offense, right? You're now into the opponent's territory. It's 4th down. Dial up your best 4th down play. Keep this drive going.
Might as well give it to him again. Not much room. They pick up a 2 down to the 28.
I like feeding my guys. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Triple auction.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Claiborne. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
As an offense, you're always going to take precautions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly,
if they don't pick up this 3rd down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Wants to go up top. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And the offense tries to slip in the screen. That's a good play on 3rd and short. If you can get them aggressive and the defense aggressive, but the defense sniffed it out, shut that play down before it even started.
Empty, split Y off. Punch Y flex. Wing trips, normal Y, wide offset, X keep choice, all hitch, wheelies.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going to try to get it himself. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throwing catch.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
They'll try to blast their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Devon11239.
And I love that this offense stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they wanted it. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Kicking team.
The field's about 53 yards wide. You got to kick it between those sidelines, or else you draw the flag. A first down for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Inside.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on him.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
After the big first down sack, it's second down. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. They'll give it to the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Flames will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Winston-Salem. What a fine performance we've seen. 2 quarters of both sides feeling each other out. And it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at a Legacy Stadium.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. The next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those. You got them a little bit tired.
The Flames will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
There are 9 categories. You have 7 options.
Here comes the offense on first down. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about the defender?
There are 5 categories. You have slant,
seeking missile.
Slants,
he was on radar lock. He
slants,
found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Smash. There are 14 categories. Levels.
They'll line up for a second down play.
Coast. Wheel.
He's looking to throw. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line.
Categories.
First down here for the offense.
Cover 3 cloud is selected.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Flames. What a catch and run for 6.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns
Entering
on
play
the year.
call, coach suggestions.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 14-6 We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Mississippi State is down, but not out of it. Not with those cowbells ringing inside Davis-Wade Stadium. One of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Alabama. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36.
Overwalk.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Power football with the run. Breaks the tackle. They'll rip off 8 on that play in 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
A strike downfield. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover.
Even 6-1.
Line getting set on 2nd down.
Spread.
He's looking to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? Touchdown, Wake Forest. And the defense doing work.
Coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 15
They got
options.
the touchdown, but now they want the 2 to tie this baby up. Pushes for the goal line. He gets into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion ties the game.
Play call. Special teams.
That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the ground with the back. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Got a lot of running room. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
From the gun, the running back has it. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle, because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Liberty. They take the lead with the 6.
Coach suggestions.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things up with a dart from 24 yards out. And he's coming out of the end zone. And the returner will be brought down.
Entering play call, concept, formation,
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
They go to the draw. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Well, they try to go with draw. They didn't catch the defense blitzing, so it wasn't a great look anyway. But up front, they just got beat regardless. And that back, David, had nowhere to go.
They had nowhere to go. But those offensive linemen, you got to set and you got to invite those defensive linemen up the field and kind of push them by. And you could tell they didn't do that. They didn't create any holes. There was really nowhere for him to go. You got to give him that first little hole, and then maybe he can make a move. So the offensive line needs to do a better job.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Setting up the screen. Got room at the 35. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Runs through a tackle. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks. And that is the final play of the quarter, and guys, Liberty has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops to throw. Grabs it in the middle. They make the stop with the sweet pull and catch, ready to give them a first down. The Demon Deacons come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the back. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Screen pass just not working there, and you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
There are 3 categories.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense...
He's off to the races. He got loose, almost housed, and finally dragged down at the 32. And the Flames will hustle to the line.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing on the ball. The guys holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
He wants to pass it on second down. Right through his hand. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be third down.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery. It's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
They got the incompletion to stop the clock. Now they need another stop on third down to get the ball back. All kinds of time in the pocket. Down the middle it goes. Tight coverage there did not stop him from making the grab at first and goal from the 8. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice game on...
Touchdown, Flames! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That should move them closer to this elusive second win of the year as they build this fourth quarter lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hand and let him do his thing.
And back to the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught. But how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Now the play fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And he's going to take it all the way.
Entering play call, coach
Liberty.
suggestions. There are 6
That one puts them
categories.
in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn a page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show.
And it's caught inside the 20.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Finds his big tight end. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And the Demon Deacons have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He'll just keep slinging it. He'll throw it. A late game touchdown to put 6 on the board.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting notes on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. We need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this game.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
And there's still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the 4th quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession, and now let's see what happens.
Quarterback checking the play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Turns it loose. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces 2nd down.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That is just a sideline credit. Roll, catch, drag, everything you want. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down.
4 verticals. 4 verticals. Post corner red. 4 verticals.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it away.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Green. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game.
Formation, there are 8 empty base. Flex, wide offs, XT, all hit, XT, all hitch, wheelies.
The Demon Deacons come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Audible.
To the air on 1st down. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Choice.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Demon Deacons headed quickly to the line.
Choice is selected.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he's thrown another interception. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt, they sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Entering weekly advanced summary screen. Entering Dynasty Hub screen. Recruiting ready to advance is selected. Enter yes. Entering top underdogs screen, you have 3 options. Entering ultimate play, dynasty, game mode, load. Entering selected, tracking, Cincinnati to Rebuke, dynasty, online save, Joey Markovich, Auburn. Entering weekly advanced summary screen. Entering my school update. Entering dynasty. Entering screen. Entering Dynasty Hub screen actions. Entering searching pop-up, searching for opponent. If opponent is not found, invite will be sent.